Ay, 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 ay. Good morning. Y'all have no idea how lucky you are that I am here. There's several new people here. So for those of you who don't know, I live in South Carolina, where we had gigantic amounts of weather last night. Our power was out for about 6.5, 7 hours yesterday. Not unusual. I live on a point. Well, I live in a crook of a point on a big, huge lake that has 500 miles of shoreline, Lake Murray, and which is in the middle of the state, Columbia. And all this weather came up from horrible places. Poor Florida. I mean, I've driven through those towns so many times because husband number one was in the military and we were in Fort Walton Beach at Glen Air Force Base, for any of you that know that, a long time ago in the 80s. But that whole area, to see Panama City so messed up, and Mariana, and it's just awful. We had this happened here in June also. The weather gurus have to come, the storm people have to come and measure the damage. Because we are on a lake and because we are on points, and there's a lot of points in this lake. It's not a gigantic lake as the crow flies, but if you go like this along the coastline, it's 500 miles. And because there's all kinds of little tiny crooks and crannies, this is a handmade lake. Not handmade, man-made. Just wild last night. We have 4 trees down by the water, down by our dock, and they're pine trees. And thank God pine trees, I didn't know this, have better root systems than oaks. Don't quote me on all that, but I think that's how it goes. Oaks are more shallow and they can go. We have pine trees. There's 4 of them. Hello, little man. Yes, your daddy had to go downtown. I think he's in court this morning. Speaking of court, Murdoch. Oh my God. Oh, that's a whole nother ball of wax. If you haven't been here for a very long time, I can't say very loudly on social media, but my husband did go to law school with Dick Harpootlian. Yes, Dick Harpootlian is a jerk with a capital J and some other words. Don't ever think he's old and decrepit and should retire. That's all a show. That's all an act. He is very, very cunning and very, very smart. Used to be a prosecutor. Now he works on the defense side of everything. Yesterday was crazy. Thank God I filmed yesterday's video for you, today for me, the other day. What is today? Wednesday? I filmed it on Monday afternoon because I was so excited to do another page, and I uploaded it yesterday morning like at 5:30, 6 o'clock. So I scheduled it for the regular time, but it was done because, I mean, we lost electricity, I guess, around 1, and it came on around 8:45 last night. Crazy. I mean, we had one tree, there's 4 trees in this grouping down by the water. They're like in a square, 4 corners, and 2 of them are going this way, 2 of them are going that way. I'm like, ay. But again, I started to say this. Thankfully we have no damage, but in a cove, 2 coves over from us, as the crow flies and as the street goes right down the street from us, they have questionable damage yet again, and they have to have somebody come and determine whether it was one of these upbursts or cloud bursts or whatever it was. Bamberg, South Carolina, oh my gosh, the whole downtown street is gone. 3-story, old, granted, old, not taken care of probably very well because that's not a wealthy county. It was just crazy yesterday. Crazy. I kept texting my sister, "Are you okay?" Because she's like 4 miles up the road from me, not on the water. So she has a completely different weather environment. It's really crazy. We used to tease my mom, who's in between my sister and I. What is your weather like? Well, here it's this. And here, I mean, we're like within 4 miles of each other. Closer than that as the crow flies. But it was crazy yesterday. Crazy. So, in saying all that, let's do some art with frogs, because the frogs loved it yesterday. I'm sure they're the only people that loved it. So we have Adventures of Frog and Toad. This is a really cute little book. I know we've had it over the years. I don't know if I had it as a kid, but I know my husband's kids had it. Brown, green, a kite, grass, white. I don't know. I think I put some stuff on my... I can't remember what I put on anything right now. It was just crazy. Green, white. It's not really yellow. It's kind of like a mustard. Kite. Do I have to do any of those? No. Do I have to do all of them? No. Do I know what I'm going to do? No. So, I just had a Post-it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to leave this right here. I'm trying to do too much. I'm trying to not schedule myself and not think ahead. But we still don't have internet. But I'm siphoning what covers I can get off of my phone. Okay. The dog is here. My husband's in court. It's crazy. Okay. Yes. Thank goodness I did that one before yesterday. Monday afternoon. All right. So I have a piece of paper. This is what I'm dealing with. I have a piece of paper approximately that size. And out to here. Gunner, it's okay. Come here. Come here. He's freaking out because the husband's gone. Come here. Yes, I have a very independent or dependent dog. I did do some of that on Procreate. That was that great page, Curious, and I put them all together. Yes, yes. Okay, this color green is pretty darn close. So we might start with the base of this. And let's just go with something like that to start off with. Let's get rid of the edges. Now, if I can get a kite, like a diamond shape, and write the word on that, I will be thrilled. So, let's see what I can do here. Ooh, look what I just found. In my cleaning off a paintbrush at times, here's this. That's really the right color green. Okay, we're going to get all this out of the way because it's too problematic. All right. I hear chainsaws. I heard, I know our power was going to be bad. My sisters just blinked, but I could hear transformers popping. And then right after that, we heard like a siren type of deal. And I hear generators out there right now, which might be running some kind of power tools. It was, I have not been outside. I guess my husband will tell me if he can get down our street that hooks to the main street. Okay. I think is it too corny to write ribbit? Or frog. I don't think I can write amphibian. That's not a kite shade, is it? Maybe. I can make it semi-kite shape, blowing in the wind. Oh, Murdoch. Oh my God. Yes, South Carolina is problematic. Yes, this is a good old boy state. Still, not as bad, but still. Harpootlian. This isn't fair to say about Harpootlian, but Harpootlian might be the Donald Trump of South Carolina. No, that's not fair. That's disregard all of that. He is cunning, conniving, an actor. He passed all the theater classes you take in law school. I've often asked my husband, how many theater classes did y'all have to take? Anyhow, can you imagine how problematic this was for me? Moving from South Carolina, from San Francisco area, That's where I grew up, just across the Golden Gate Bridge, to Columbia, South Carolina. Actually, I was in Charleston for about the first 6 months, and then I was in Sumter, which is a small town, small military town east of Columbia. And then I did that in 1980, and that was wild. It was culture shock, literally, coming here. Am I in line with all the cultures yet? Nope. Especially now? Nope. Why do you think I do so much art? I can't do anything in public right now, hardly, and voice my opinion. Should I be able to? Yes. Should I? Probably. Except that the results would still be the same. I would have no friends. We do have some friends that align with us, but in public, we're all in public. We don't talk politics. And nobody understands nobody has figured out that when you get into a political statement or political conversation, we just don't talk. Just don't talk. Just don't talk. It's Nikki Haley, not the best result, but it's a whole lot better than the option. I heard again this morning, the independents want Liz Cheney. I'm like, please, Liz Cheney, come out of Wyoming or wherever you are and come, please, please, please save our country. Anyhow, that's enough. For somebody who does not like to talk politics, that's enough. Okay, we'll just go with Murdoch. Okay, that's where this all started. Am I going to work today? I don't know. Let's just do frog, since I'm running my mouth. Oh, hello. Hello. Speaking of frogs. Hello. You're okay. You're okay. I know you don't like to be by yourself. You're not by yourself, believe it or not. You're with me. But he doesn't see that. If my husband's not, this is a very codependent dog on my husband. Very. Separation anxiety issues completely. All right, we're just going to write frog. I never thought I could do like a Diane Reevely type of writing, but apparently I can. Now, with me removing it from here, you can see frog quite easily, but if you remove it, you can't. And that's the look I'm looking for. So we've got our frog, we've got our green, we've got a little bit of white, we've got our kite. Have we not? Oh, we don't have mustard. We hit everything. Frog, green, white, kite. Now we need mustard. How am I going to get mustard? Let's add a little bit more green. The easy thing to do would be to paint. I don't think I have. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. There is in one of these tubes of paint a mustardy color. Actually, right here. Yellow ochre. It's not mustard, it's yellow ochre. And here's another shade of green that I might lighten it with this. Let's just paint today. Let's just make a wild background. It's Murdoch. Oh, apparently over Christmas I missed a lot of this. Becky Hill, who was the clerk of court, who is an elected position and is still in her position, who wrote the book, got in trouble. She was already in trouble for jury tampering. Now, her son or nephew, somebody closely, I think it's her son, was the IT man for Colleton County. On Court TV, they don't say Colleton. I think they say Colton County. It's Colleton. We're in the South. It's Colleton. There's like 6 A's and O's there. Colleton. Colleton County. He was IT man, and he was wiretapping somebody. So all of Becky Hill's phones were confiscated because of what all was already going on. And it was discovered that she plagiarized part of her book from the BBC. Insane, insane stuff. It's just insane. I mean, and the guy that co-wrote it with her, I saw an interview with him yesterday. There was nothing to do yesterday. Since my phone did connect to the somewhere in the sky satellites, I was getting enough power. Ooh, this is starting to separate. It's probably 2 years old. I was getting enough power to get some people that blog about the case. There still are some people doing it. And like this one person said that I watch. I've invested now. I'm going to keep going. It's just crazy. And some of the court documents that were written to try to get rid of Becky, which, yes, she really screwed up. She was sending emails to Nancy Grace, signing them Beckaboo. Hello? She's my age. You're no longer cutesy when you get this age. I'm just kind of just doing abstract painting here. But it's just, I'm getting out all my frustrations from the weather to the people. I mean, yesterday was like a collision course of weather, people, and stupidity. Whoa, don't need that much green. Maybe we can add a few more kites. My dad loved kites. Every time I see a kite, I made him a kite quilt one time. It was actually a quilt, art quilt. I made it in the shape of a kite, and then I had the tail, and then he hung that on the wall, but the tail was like woven on the wall, kind of like a chain. So it was really cute. I don't even know where that ended up. I don't want it, but I don't know where it ended up. It was crazy yesterday. I don't think I've come off of it yet. All right, I'm going to dry this real quick. See what happens? I forgot this big pile of green paint was here. I just keep making paper out of leftovers. Which I think February is going to have to be replenish your stock. Believe it or not, my stock has depleted. I really haven't made any kind of background paper since October. No, since September. Because I prepared it for October. I've used a lot up, even though I made a ton for October. So now, I just have, you really can't see the mustard. So let's see if we can bring mustard back in. Excuse me, yellow ochre back in. There's a very anxious dog right here. Just kind of making marks. In all of the hullabaloo yesterday, I was trying to learn more about publishing, self-publishing on Amazon. Because I would really like to achieve that knowledge, perhaps use it. I don't know. I think I would like to do that. Okay. Do I put a little bit on here? Because there's pink right there. We don't want the pink. Well, I suppose frogs have pink tongues. Do I want it like that? I think it needs a little black. A bigger, there's black in these letters. And it looks like that everything's, the animals are outlined in black, like line work. So maybe we can do something with these shapes and add some stuff to it. So we got to be careful because it's all wet. And I just look like Kermit the Frog here. Or one of these frogs. Okay. I think I like that. I'm going to dry this again. I'll be right back. Okay. No more paint added to the situation. I still have paint. So now, do I want to do this way? I think I do, because it looks less like a beginnings of an F and an R that way. It got blown around in all the wind. It's still windy here, but nothing like last night. It was just crazy. I was reading a book with a flashlight, trying to pretend like nothing was happening out there, but it was. But luckily nothing. Cars are still okay. There's a lot of crud in our driveway. Gunner. Okay. Let's glue this to the back of this. See how all of these are all different sizes? That's the junk journal coming out. And I love that. And this is just children's construction paper, so it's not heavy. So I'm going to just kind of just use glue and cross my fingers. My green fingers. My frog fingers. There's a little bit of glue right there, but it'll dry. Ah. The fact that the pages from behind show a little bit sometimes, it doesn't bother me. It kind of adds to the junkiness of it, and that's fine with me. And I left this just because I thought it was so cool, but I think I'm going to glue it upon itself a little bit, just to give it some more oomph. Oh, that looks good with that one. Yesterday's. See? Intuitive. Let the paper help you. Oh, okay. What am I doing tomorrow? I don't know. It's just been wackadoodle here. Oh, Encyclopedia Brown. That would be fun. Are there no more F's? Let's close this for a sec. Encyclopedia Brown comes before F. Nobody comment on my vocabulary and English skills. I don't have to go in order. Alphabetical order. I just thought it would be fun. But we're going to back up and do an E. Encyclopedia Brown. Yeah. Okay. So that's this blue and again yellow ochre and like a earthy beige and a little bit of an orange color here. I don't know how we're going to do that one. I didn't even see it when I was writing it down. Oh well. Encyclopedia Brown right here. Have I done 10? I don't think so. I think I'm just going with the date. Today's the 10th? I don't know. Okay, Encyclopedia Brown. We could. Let's just do encyclopedia. In script somehow. Yellow ochre, a blue shade. There actually is a little bit of green. No, it's blue, that same blue mixed in with the brown to give us this other color. But this color here, like their skin color, that's what we'll just call it, skin. Caucasian skin color. Okay. That'll be kind of fun. So, what have we done so far? we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm really liking this. I'm glad I decided to do this with this type of junk journal thought process. Because I'm only like almost halfway through the first insert, and I have 2. I think the second one was a little bit smaller. Uh-oh. And it's a little loose. I might need to reinforce that with a long arm stapler. Anyhow, okay. Love it. Frog and Toad. Right? Right. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Hopefully with no weather problems. But there is more weather coming. I keep saying that. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, thanks for watching. Bye.